What's going on, YouTube family? As the title of the video says, I may have possibly helped fix my oil consumption issue with something as simple as using a different type of oil. Now, I apologize. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. I've been a little sick and I'm still getting over it. So if you hear me sniffle, that's why, and apologize for the lack of video last week also. Alright, let's jump into this week's video. First things first, this did not solve my oil consumption issue that I have. This has helped my oil consumption issue. Now, it has been 1,000 miles since my last oil change, and I have not even lost a quarter of a quart of oil. So if you watched my previous videos, at 1,000 miles I had already lost half a quart of oil, and right now I haven't even lost a quarter of a quart, and all I did was change my oil type. And I'm going to show you guys how I think I can prove already on the engine that it's helping. I have always had a slight oil leak around the valve cover here. I got it replaced by Infinity and it still leaks. I called them up, and long story short, they're not covering me, of course, because Infinity sucks. But they suck to work with. But I've always had a slight leak, and it's always been visible around where the plastic cover meets the metal of the engine, which is where they replaced it. It's always been visible right there. Now, why do I think that the new oil has slowed it down? Well, after 1,000 miles on every other oil change I ever did, there's been oil that seeps out there, and I usually get a rag and I wipe it up a little bit. It's not enough to where it's dripping down below, but you can see it's seeping out a little bit. Now, in 1,000 miles with the new oil, it hasn't happened yet. Now the new oil is supposed to have additives inside the oil to help all of the gaskets and seals refresh or get better. And it's Mobil 1 extended performance, and it's made for high mileage vehicles that might have valves and seals that are going bad. So that's what it's made for. It seems to be helping, because before I was using extended performance, Mobil 1 extended performance, and it was just the oil kept seeping out. So I have not even a quarter of a quart of oil that has leaked out yet, and it's 1,000 miles later. And I've also run the engine a lot harder than usual too. I've been working really long hours, and by the time I get off of work, I don't want to sit around and drive slowly because I'm frustrated and I want to get home. So I've actually been redlining the car, I'd say about 5 or 6 times more often than I used to in California. I'm pushing it a lot harder, and it's not leaking oil. If it stopped the oil leakage, that, you know, the oil seeping that is happening around the valve cover here externally, I have no reason to believe that it's doing anything other than the exact same thing on the inside of the engine where most of the oil has been leaking, which is internally around the piston seals and the piston rings and the valve seals is usually where it leaks in this engine. So I have no reason to believe anything else other than the oil is actually doing what it's supposed to, and it's actually helping. Now, I could be completely wrong in this, and I could be an absolute idiot, but when an engine oil company says it's made for extended performance to help lubricate your seals and stuff, well, it seems to actually be working for once. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to update everyone on what's happened since my last oil change and how I think that it is actually helping me. Now, if any of you have found this to be true also, you used this oil and it's helped you, or you used a different oil and it did the same thing for you, where you notice, you know, maybe you had a small leak or small seep and it's no longer leaking anymore for you, or you were consuming oil and now you're not consuming oil after you changed oil types, let me know. Comment down below. I'd love to hear you. I know all my subscribers would also love to hear you, because a lot of us have the same issues, and that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for sticking with me, everyone, and thanks for bearing with me as I'm getting over this cold. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.